I attract money, wealth is in my reach. I got everything I want and everything I need. I keep my mind open, abundance overflows. I budget right and I know where all my money goes. I'm called to be rich and be free, get your money.
What's up, family? Okay, so I've been really bad about sticking to my budget. If you guys remember, that was one of my New Year's resolutions, was I wanted to make sure that I had budgeted and I tracked every single paycheck. But I'm gonna be perfectly honest with y'all. I have not. Like the whole month of January, I can show y'all in this book that was a struggle to get, but that's another story. But for the whole month of January, I did not budget any of my paychecks, and I'm so sorry about that. Like super de-duper sorry. Okay, but thanks to my bank, they sent me a notification that my federal state income tax was coming in this week. So I was like, you know what? Let me get on it right now. I know what day it's coming. I know the exact amount that's coming. Let me just write out the budget for how I want to spend everything before it comes. That way, when it does come, I know where everything's supposed to go before I just get spend happy. And then I turn around and be like, you know what? Where did all that money go? So here is the plan so far, okay? So my federal tax refund is $3,996. So my phone bill is supposed to be coming out. So I think my phone bill comes out the day before my taxes come in, which is why that is blank. But I know that's coming out. And then I'm going to make an extra car payment. So that'll be another $180 that I'll be paying. I'm going to put another 2 payments on my Rutgers loan, paying that back. Student loans, man, they stay with you forever. And then on my credit card that I did pay off, but then I had to use it again because, you know, single mom life. And when I'm not even going to get into it. But yeah, being a single mom is hard because, you know, you got to pay for everything by yourself, even though you shouldn't, but you do. But you know what? I'm spiraling. So, I did notice that when I paid off this card, though, that my credit score did go down a little bit, which I don't understand. Like, they want us to stay in debt. Is that what's supposed to happen? Because if I continue to make the little monthly payments, my credit score continues to goes up. But when I pay a portion of one card off, my score goes down. I don't get the logic in it, but whatever. So I'm only going to pay half of the card off instead of the full thing like I did before, and then see what that does. So that is $113.50. And then I also wanted to finalize, get the location to do that surprise thing. If you guys know, you know, I'll write it up in here. But finally secure that location. I haven't decided on which location yet, so that is why that is blank, because I need to find the location to then be able to write the price of how much it'll cost to secure said hall. And then I am doing some savings challenges for the month of the year 2024. So I have a buffer savings challenge, a credit card savings challenge, a 24 for 2024 savings challenge, and a mini emergency fund challenge. And I will actually show you guys what those look like while I tell y'all the story of how I paid over $100-something to print this book. So I went to Staples, and at first I had printed everything out at work, all the pages, printed them out at work. So we'll go to Staples, and I get on the machine to print it out myself, but that machine has a limit. Those self-serve printers have a limit of how much you can print out. So I was like, oh no, you need to go to the desk. So I go to the desk, all right, I have everything. I just need y'all to bind these papers. So then the woman sends me to a copier. Well, no, because I had a portion of the pages printed, but then I had another portion that I had to print out. So I go to the counter. The woman's like, oh, you can go to these other self-help printers. And I'm like, okay. So I get on those printers. I print out a couple pages, but I'm like, it's not going to let me print out the pages front to back and just do it all at one whop. That's still the way my email was structured. I had certain snippets of the actual file that I needed to print, and then I had another snippet and another snippet, so it wasn't going to work. So $20 later, I'm like, well, ma'am, this isn't going to work. Can I just not, I know I can send the files to the email that y'all have, and then y'all will print it, and then y'all can bind it. So then she sends me over to a new employee who, he was I don't know, he needed extra help, but he did not need to be left by himself to do any sort of job. But she assigned it to him, and so he was literally going back and forth between me and different customers. He would print one segment, go handle another customer for 10 minutes, go back to my thing, print another segment, go handle another customer for another 15, 20 minutes. And I'm just sitting there like twiddling my thumbs. Like, and meanwhile, I'm trying to say to him, like, sir, you can print it. Like, I structured it so that you can go straight into Word and say, like, print pages 19 through 27, then comma, 29 through 35. Like, I had it structured like that so they knew exactly what they needed to print. But he didn't get that. So he didn't just print it all at once where everything would have printed at once. He just went segment by segment by segment by segment, which took freaking forever. So in the end, I ended up paying like $90, over $90, like $95 to print this book, which I will never ever do again. I will make sure I have all the pages printed myself before I get there because it was a struggle. But anywho, this is the 2024 for 2024 challenge. So in total, at the end, I will have saved $576. I've already done this one. And this one, I did do them, even though I didn't like write out my budget. For one paycheck in January, I did do that. For my first paycheck in February, I did this one. So then for my tax return, I'm going to do these two. And then for the mini emergency fund, which will have saved me $500 when I complete it, I've already done the 10 and the 15 with my first February paycheck, and now I'm going to do these two for a tax refund. And then for my credit card savings challenge, that's also saving $500. I'm doing all of these up top, so the 10, 20, 30, 40. And then for the build a buffer savings challenge, which is a $525 savings challenge, I'm doing these first three 10s up here, so 10, 20, 30. That's where that came from. Now, to get back to the page that we were on. Okay, and we're here. All right, so for the buffer saving challenge, like I said, 30. The credit card savings challenge is 40. The 24 for 2024 is 48. And the mini emergency fund is getting 45. So once I deduct all of these things, minus, of course, the securing the venue for the party, that leaves me with $3,187.50. And then I just allotted $250 for groceries, getting into sinking funds. So setting aside $250 for groceries, $80 for gas, because the commute from my mother's house to my job is just, my gas tank is crying. Not doing anything for self-care or for household. For Thomas and for Theo, they're each getting $25. Back to school, I'm setting aside $50. Beauty also setting aside $50 because their barber, it's $25 for each of them. So that'll at least get me to my next paycheck, which I then can save the next $50. I've already bought stuff for Mikey for pet care, so he will get nothing. And that brings us to $2,707.50 after we do all of these. Then moving on to my long-term category. So for retirement, we're going to put $100 in. And this is just the Roth IRA that I took out with my bank. This is not like my work Roth IRA. That's a separate thing. So this is getting $100. Car maintenance, I'm putting in $50. And then for travel, I'm not putting in anything because I actually put the 24 for 2024, all of that money I've been putting into travel. And then for business, birthdays, Christmas, and Black Friday, I'll be putting away $37.75. So that is my short, simple, sweet, to the point savings plan for my 2023 tax refund check when it comes this week. All right, guys, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for keeping me on track. As I always say, all 2024 and beyond, we are slaying our own dragons. No, that's not how it goes. We are solving our own problems, slaying our own dragons, and making things happen for ourselves. Whew, that's so sad. I really keep forgetting that. It's been so long. But anywho, all right, love y'all. Bye.